Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of The Last of Us. This is Season 2, Episode 6. This one is called The Price. First and foremost, I need to apologize to all the fashionistas out there. I am wearing the same exact shirt that I wore last episode, a full week ago. But if you are familiar with the story of the game at all, you know exactly why I'm wearing this shirt. I planned this out. You know, last week I just chucked on a shirt. I was like, yeah, I'll put on a shirt. I'll wear an outfit for the video. Didn't really think about it that much. And then got to the end of the episode and I was like, frick, I'm going to have to wear the same shirt next week. And so I'm here. I'm here wearing the same shirt. I imagine it's going to be a flashback-laden episode for sure. And I'm probably going to cry. I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to cry. This section of the game, the things that we're going to be exploring, hit like a truck. They're so rough. They're so rough and they make you so sad. And it's beautiful, but it makes you sad. And so yeah, that's what I'm expecting going into it. Before we jump into this though, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 6 of The Last of Us.
He's gonna beat the shit out of me.
I said it'll be fine.
I'm gonna get the belt.
No, you're not. I will. Just go to your room. Stay there.
Is this Joel and Tommy flashback maybe? Interesting. Interesting. The sound design of making his steps real heavy as he walks in. Tony Dalton!
I'm back on patrol in 30 minutes. So talk fast. What happened?
I was buying pot from this other kid. He tried to rip me off when we got into a fight.
That's what you're going with? Okay.
I'm telling the truth.
No, you're not. I think Tommy was buying the drugs, not you. I think you happened to walk by, saw what was going on, and started punching.
Tommy didn't do anything.
I talked to the kid you beat up, Joel. And the officers who got called to the scene. I'm not stupid. And if you and Tommy weren't my sons, you'd both be in juvie right now.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
He's protecting him.
Did I ever tell you about that time I stole a candy bar? I was 10. Grandpa found out. Made me give it back. Baby apologized to the cashier. And then we went home. Just before I got out of the car, man. Just
Damn.
broke my jaw. There was blood everywhere. Grandma thought I was dead.
For a candy bar?
My mouth was wired shut for 2 months. Everybody knew why. It was humiliating.
You know what it feels like. And why.
That's not why I'm telling you this. Okay,
It's also a
yeah,
good question though.
And I did Tommy. Never like that. Not even close. I mean, maybe I go too far.
It's hard to break those habits. The cycle.
But I'm doing a little better than my father did. And you know, when it's your turn, I hope you do a little better than me.
He tries. When it's his turn, he tries. Got the same kind of watch too. Whew. Probably helps that Joel had a daughter. Except, turns out the daughter Joel somewhat raised is also incredibly violent. Oh, and we got the two shadows again. Truly is a flashback episode.
Oh, the new guy.
Been here 2 months, Seth.
New guy. Legos?
I'll be fucked.
Are you a Lego fan, Seth?
My grandkids are gonna love these.
Oh.
I was a cop. Milwaukee PD.
That explains some things.
We can make what you want and have it to you by, Friday.
No, I need it by tomorrow. Oh, I need one more thing. Relax. You got a lot of them.
What is it? Is that a... Couldn't even tell what that is. Was that a bone? Yeah, I was like, what is that? Oh. You put that on the guitar. It's probably a birthday gift for her. Wow. Handcrafted. It's amazing. I love that.
What happened?
Oh, where'd you come from?
Painkiller. She's all right. Come on.
Painkillers.
Nah.
Oh, the acid burn?
She was working KP and she burned her arm.
Well, how?
Pushed it right up against a pot.
You did this on purpose?
I was like, here we go, and then I fucking went.
What? Why?
Here we go. And then I fucking went.
You know what it smelled like? Pork.
Who let this happen?
What do you mean, let? Who saw this coming? I was eating my
Ow.
damn dinner.
It hurts.
Okay.
Ow!
Easy, baby girl. Easy.
Oh, baby girl.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're okay.
God. This hurts. Giving me more scenes of them just being a father and daughter rip my heart out.
Damn it, Seth.
Hey,
Hey.
It's cake.
Happy 15th birthday, Eli.
Close enough.
Well, let's hope Seth bakes better than he spells.
he does.
Oh,
God, you two.
Stay right there. I got something else for you. Close your eyes.
And wipe your fingers off.
And open.
Whoa, what's this?
Some folks call this a guitar. I borrowed one of your drawings for inspiration. Took a bit of restoring. Real bone saddle here. Lacquered the whole body and used a Dremel to carve the, well, it's a rotary drill, or could be a saw depending on the tip, but actually it's a pretty versatile
It's getting
tool.
real technical about the tool he used.
Anyway,
Oh, God, I love it.
I had promised I would teach you, so.
Exactly. Wipe your fingers off.
Let me hear something.
We even play it?
And sing.
Future days.
No, I don't sing.
It's my fucking birthday, man. Let's see what you got.
Future days. Future days. Give it to me, baby.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself.
God.
I believe,
And I believe, 'cause I can see our future days. Days of you and me. God. So good.
Well, that didn't suck.
Oh, man.
I understand.
Wanting to wear short sleeves again.
I understand. Happy birthday, kiddo.
Oh, man.
Is it a bow and arrow?
Nope.
Is it water
It's a
guns?
museum with dinosaurs and
Is
astronauts.
a dinosaur?
You're not gonna guess.
Is it a litter of kittens?
A lotter?
A
You
litter?
mean a litter?
A litter of kittens?
A lotter of kittens.
Really? And no.
Fuck. Jesse said he'd train me if you let him.
Is there something going on between you two?
Excuse me?
We
Friendship.
spent a lot of time together. Is it funny?
Yeah, it's
I
very
see the
funny
way you
because she
look
doesn't
at
like
him.
boys.
I got a keen eye for these sort of things.
You absolutely
You
don't.
do.
All right, none of my business. But, does anyone talk to you about the birds and the bees?
Oh, you mean dicks and vaginas? I tell you what, I promise you I won't get
So
pregnant
vulgar,
if
Ellie.
you let me train for patrols. Deal?
I'll see what I can do.
It is a dinosaur.
God. It is a dinosaur! Joel!
Like it? Yep. Likes it.
Climb up it. Climb on top.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa. Ellie. Ellie! Careful.
I'm on a motherfucking dinosaur! Joel, there's a museum!
Yeah, no. If you don't fall off the goddamn T-Rex, I'll take you there.
God, this episode, man. Aaron Science Museum, baby. God, I don't even know, like, what commentary I can give other than, like, just bittersweet tears. It's just so good.
It works?
Damn, still got
Must
power?
have greased it.
Can you imagine being up there?
It's probably
Would you like
scary.
to?
Like to what?
Go to space.
Oh, give me the capsule. Give me the capsule with the recording.
Is it real?
That one went up and back. Apollo 15, 1971.
Wow. Ellie, put on a helmet. Go grab one of those helmets. Spend 10 minutes choosing which one, just like I did.
Well, open it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You're going up to space. You need a helmet.
That one.
How's it smell in there?
Like space?
I need the recording.
Keep discover set. Abort.
God, she's so silly.
They sat right here.
Back when Ellie could just be silly. Oh my god, the recording!
Happy birthday, kiddo.
Ah.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Seconds and counting. Astronauts reported field good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh god.
1.
It's perfect. It's exactly like the game.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Oh man. Whoo! So good. Just heartbreaking.
I do okay?
Yeah, you did okay. Oh man. He's crying too.
This is nice. We should do this more.
Yeah. In.
You okay?
Yeah.
Did she see a firefly symbol? Oh, just sees fireflies. That works too.
Joel, what the fuck?
Exactly, what the fuck?
What are you even doing here? You're supposed to be on patrol.
I came home early to surprise you for your birthday. 17, by the way.
Well, I'm 19, so I'm gonna go.
She's technically still a child.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know if Romeo and Juliet laws apply at this point.
It's not done yet. It's gonna look better.
Leave.
To look normal. Right.
Rebellious daughter phase.
So all the teenage shit all at once, huh?
Yep.
Drugs and tattoos and
All at the same
sex,
time.
experimenting with girls?
It wasn't sex. And it wasn't a fucking experiment.
That's fair. Yep.
You don't know what you're saying.
Joel,
We'll discuss
I
this
get the
later
world
when you're
ended in
yourself.
2003, but come on. Oh, this is her moving out.
What the hell are you doing?
Moving into the garage.
The hell you are, Ellie. Let go. It's the middle of the night. It's pissing rain out there. Now get this back on the bed. There's no heat or running water in the garage. You can't stay there.
Okay, fine.
Okay, you want to have this conversation? Fine. You may
have
not
this
like the rules, but this
conversation.
is my house.
No, it isn't. You don't own it. They gave it to you. Sorry, to us. You don't own anything.
That's fair. You don't pay a mortgage. And you also don't own her.
Look, I'm sorry that I got a tattoo and smoked weed and fooled around with a girl. Except I'm not.
Maybe,
Be better than your father, Joel.
maybe it's a good thing for you to have your own space. Just give me a few days and let me fix things up a little out there.
Okay.
Come on.
Why you got your shoes on in the house? Oh, never mind. You were gonna go outside.
I see.
It's cool. There's a time I wanted to get that tattoo.
It's actually not bad. Better than the one I made on your guitar, anyway.
That's why she got it.
Never did ask. What is it with the moths?
Nothing. I just read about them in a book on dreams and stuff. It's kind of symbolic.
Oh, right. Yeah, like change and growing and such.
Totally, yeah. You got it. He's trying to be a good dad. I think he's realizing it's a lot harder than he thought it was when he was the same age.
So a moth. That probably means change and growth.
No, that would be a butterfly.
Oh.
Damn.
So what's a moth?
Death,
Oh.
if you believe in that shit.
Yeah. Ellie's connection with death. Her own
Why?
and others. You have a greater purpose. Those were Marlene's words? That gives hints that, like, this has been weighing on her for a while.
If the fireflies spotted us a mile from the hospital, how did they get surprised by an entire group of raiders? 2. If the raiders could kill all those soldiers, and Marlene, and you had to carry me the whole time, how did we get away? 3. If there are dozens of immune people, why hasn't anyone heard?
She's not done practicing, Joel.
You're 19. You've been patient. So I told him I was okay with it.
With what?
Your first patrol.
I'll grab my coat.
And a gun.
And a gun.
This is nice, right? It reminds me of the old days, just you and me on the trail. I know you got stuff going on, but it'd be nice if we could do this kind of thing more often. Spend time together.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Don't make her think of the old days.
Go for Cache Creek.
Infected North Pinnacle. Eugene and Adam need backup. You're the closest we've got.
I'll be there in 10.
God, that's beautiful. Canadian countryside, brother. Oh, sorry. Canadian countryside, brother.
Remember what I taught you?
I'm guessing Eugene gets bit.
You're mine.
Come on.
It's like in a war movie when the horse rides through on fire.
Oh shit, Eugene.
Ellie! You clean?
No.
No.
Damn.
Whoa.
Okay, okay. Look, please, I figure I got about an hour. So this is what we do. We go back to the gate. They let Gail out, keeping her at a safe distance, of course, and I say goodbye.
We can't do that.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
You're empty.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing in there, buddy.
No, Joe, I gotta go back. I gotta see her. I got things. I gotta tell her. Things. You don't understand.
I do. But we have rules, and it can't happen.
Wait,
Say him to us. We'll relay it.
hold out your hand. Now count, slowly, clearly, from 1 to 10.
Same thing they did with her.
8, 9, 10.
He has time. We tie him up and we bring him back. Joel, let him see his fucking wife.
Get the horses, bring them down the trail. I'll start walking with him. We'll meet up with you.
I don't think he's gonna take him out.
I promise.
I promise and I swear and all these things, and he's not gonna hold true to it. Damn. What a place to die.
Oh.
Yeah, he realizes what this is.
I need you to not turn around.
You can't do this to me.
If you have last words for her, I'll pass them along.
Last words for her. No, I need her last words. For me.
He just wants to hear her voice again.
I'm dying. I'm terrified.
He needs some reassurance.
I don't need a view. I need Gail. To see her face, please. Please let that be the last thing I see.
Damn.
If you love someone, you can always see their face.
Wow. Oh, man. He's probably thinking of Sarah. Damn. Poor Eugene. Joel wasn't gonna risk it.
I'm sorry. I'll tell Gail what she needs to know and nothing more. It's the right thing to do.
Who decides what she needs to know?
Ellie. I had no choice.
You did have a choice, though.
He was bit when we found him. And, well, he wanted to tell you that he loved you. And, He wished he could say goodbye to you in person, but he didn't want to put you in danger. He wasn't scared. He was brave.
Small little white lie. But
And he
Ellie
ended
picked
himself.
up on it.
That's not what happened.
Ellie.
He begged to see you. He had time. Joe promised to take him to you. He promised us both. And then Joel shot him in the head.
I think him lying there and her picking up on it was all the confirmation Ellie needed. She doesn't even need to ask him those questions now because she knows he lied.
You swore.
So him and Ellie were tough for like a year.
Yeah, he's falling apart. I'm gonna get him to bed.
You're gonna miss the countdown.
I'll come back after. Say goodnight to Uncle Grumpy.
Good night, Uncle Grumpy.
Night, kiddo.
See you
Night,
next
Uncle
year.
Grumpy.
See you next year.
Except he's not gonna see him next year. He's never gonna see him again.
In church.
Did you just say? No. Ellie, hey, no.
You get the hell out of here.
Seth. Let's take a walk. Come on. Let's go.
What is wrong with you? I don't need your fucking help.
It's just heartbreaking, man. It's tough. Interesting. This talk happens at the almost damn near very end of the game. Interesting change. Interesting change. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it being here versus at the end when we've lost everything.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, no.
He
And I don't
still
wanna ever
wants
do
to
much
be
taking me off patrol.
protective of you. He can't help it.
So, Dina. Is she your girlfriend now?
No, she... It was just one kiss. Didn't mean anything.
But
You do
you
like
do
her.
like her? Look, I don't know what Dina's intentions are, but... Well, she'd be lucky to have you.
Just like Joel was lucky to have you.
Asshole.
She's trying to be mad at you.
You lied to me. You looked me in the eyes, and you lied. And it was the same face. The same fucking look. I think I knew already.
Yeah. She knew. Both in the game and in the show, she knew.
Tell me what happened with the Fireflies. If you lie to me again, we're done. Were there other immune people?
No.
Were there raiders? Could they have made a cure?
I mean, realistically, no. But for what he knew, yeah.
And Marlene?
Yeah, he did it all.
Making a cure would have killed you.
Then I was supposed to die. That was my purpose. My life would have fucking mattered, but you took that from me. You took it from everyone.
Yes.
You made a selfish
And I'll pay the
decision.
price.
And he'd do it again.
Because you're going to turn away from me. But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Because you're selfish.
Because I love you. In a way you can't understand. Maybe you never will. But if that day should come, if you should ever have one of your own, well then, I hope you do a little better than me.
Damn.
I don't think I can forgive you for this.
But I'm willing to try. Say it.
But I would like to try.
Oh, and then he's dead the next day. And those future days are taken from her. Ooh, holy cannoli, brother. What an episode. There you have it. That is the last conversation that Ellie and Joel ever have, is that scene on the porch where he tells her the truth and she lets him know, I don't know if I can forgive you for this, but I would like to try. And then he dies. The next day he dies. And all of those future days that they could have had, the future growth and change that could have happened in their relationship, you know, there's no guarantee that she ever comes to feel the same way about him as she feels in that space capsule, right? There's no guarantee they ever even come close to reaching that level in their relationship. But both of them would like to try. And there is endless potential there of what could come. And Abby takes that from her the very next day. And that is why, as you see Ellie's journey over the course of this season and next season and beyond, because I think they said it's going to take 4 seasons to fully tell the story of the second game. My hope when they say that is that 4 seasons gives time for the third game to come out so that they can kind of, you know, extend it beyond. But yeah, so when you see Ellie beating Nora to death with a pipe, when you see, you know, I mean, in the game sense, like when you are committing these incredibly violent acts against these people in the game, you know, but you know where Ellie's coming from. It's not just like, hey, you killed Joel, right? But it's you took from me my entire future with him. Like it's you know, it's bigger than just, hey, I've known this man for 6 years, and in 6 years he has become like a father figure to me. It is beyond that. It is at this point, when Joel dies, I think they've graduated to a place where it's like, okay, this is my dad. This is my dad now. And he may have done a horrible thing, but he is still my father, and I would like to try and forgive him, and I would like to have the rest of my life to be his daughter. And, you know, it's weird, because as great as those like 4 years were before the falling out, they were also, you know, filled and accompanied by a sense of doubt and a sense of inauthenticity, if that makes sense. Right? Because like Ellie says, she's like, I think I knew the whole time. And that's true both in the game and in the show. Ellie knew. Like, even in the moment at the end of Season 1 and Game 1, where Joel says, I swear, and she says, okay. You know, after that game came out, so many people were like, oh, that was kind of a debate of like, does Ellie know? Is she just saying okay, as in like she believes him, or is she saying okay, as in I know and I'm willing to push that info down to live a life and live as your daughter going forward? And it's really that second one, where she knew from the very moment in the truck where he's telling her about the Raiders and about how the cure wouldn't work. She knows he's lying. And that's why she calls him out on it, being like, swear to me that everything you said is true. Because she really doubts him. And he says, I swear, and she believes him to an extent, right? She's willing to pretend to believe him for the next 4 years, roughly, 4 or 5 years. And as they go and they live their life, like, they live happy lives, like, they grow and they love each other, and they truly become, you know, like 80% of a father and daughter. But there is that 20% that's just kind of, it just carries with them the whole time of like, they both know, right? Ellie knows what he did, and Joel knows that she knows. Even if he doesn't want, like, that's, there's two different sides of it, right? She knows what he did and doesn't want to fully admit it because, you know, obviously that fractures their relationship. And Joel knows that she knows that he lied, but he doesn't want to fully admit that, because once you have this conversation, then you have to have the conversation. You can't just, you know, hint at it and stuff. It has to be all the way out there. And so they carry this sense of inauthenticity throughout their entire relationship. And, you know, they start great. That 2 months in, when he gets her a cake, says happy birthday Eli, and gets her the guitar, and then, you know, like, it's just pure joy. And then probably the pinnacle of where we see them at their relationship, the science museum, you know, where he takes her and she climbs the dinosaur, and they go in the space capsule, and they climb in, and he's got the recording for her. Like, the absolute mountaintop of their relationship right there. The happiest either of the two of them have ever been. And it is devastating, and it's heartbreaking. These flashbacks are a massive reason why I would consider The Last of Us Part 2 to be a masterpiece of a game, because you have these just beautiful, happy moments, but they're so bittersweet and heartbreaking because you know the story surrounding them, right? Because they take place not all at once, you know, in the game. In the show, they took place all in one episode. In the game, these flashbacks are kind of sparsed throughout. Like, you get bits and pieces of the backstory to figure out, like, why does Ellie hate him so much? I mean, you kind of assume that she figures it all out, but like seeing her actually figure it out is very interesting, and they kind of pace it throughout the game. And then, interestingly enough, that porch scene where she's like saying, "I want to forgive you," that takes place at the very, very end of the game. Like, one of the last things you see. And that I'm still not like it's beautiful. First of all, I like it in the show. I like its placement in the show. I vastly prefer its placement in the game, if I'm being honest. Not to say it's bad in this. That's one thing I want to make it clear. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. But in the game, I mean, you've gone through, at this point, 30 hours of gameplay and story, and you've witnessed the just gauntlet of a story, and you have lost so much. Both like Ellie and other characters in the game have lost so much, and they've done so many things and gone through so much stuff. And then there is, Ellie loses a little bit more at the very end. She loses, essentially the last thing she has of Joel. I'm not going to say what it is, but she loses her last way to access Joel. She loses that. And then you hit us with that scene. Like, right at the end, when Ellie's lost damn near everything. You hit us with that scene, and it's just like, it's so heartbreaking. Because it informs the decision that she makes at the very end of the game. Like, the things that she does and chooses not to do at the end of the game. That scene really just drives it all home, and it really drives home the theme of, like, these future days, right? Like, the life that her and Joel could have lived, and the forgiveness that could have come from that. I'm trying to, like, okay, I'm gonna put a little timestamp at this point in the video, because I can't talk about what I mean without spoiling it. So from right here until wherever it says on the timestamp, if you haven't played the game and you don't want any spoilers, just skip to that point in the video. But the placement of that scene at the end. So, yeah, Ellie and Abby have had their all-out brawl at the end of that game. Ellie against everybody's, well, not everybody's advice. She takes Tommy's advice, but against Dina's advice, right? Like, Dina tells her, like, if you go to try and hurt her and to kill her, like, we're gone. When you come back, we won't be here. And Ellie, she can't let it go, right? Like, the future of her and Joel that was robbed from her means too much to her. And so she goes to try and find Abby. She finds Abby on this pole, just like emaciated. She's lost probably like 60 pounds. Her and Lev are basically on the doorstep of death. Like, they've suffered so much and gone through so much at this point, they're basically dead. And Abby's just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm done with this fight. I don't want to fight you. I just want to leave with Lev. Like, can it please be over? And you as the game player are like, this needs to be over. Like, Ellie, just stop. Please just stop, Ellie. And Ellie can't. She can't stop. She has to. It's an obsession. She has to keep going. And so you fight her. You and Abby fight. And in the fight, I can't remember if Abby bites it off or if it happens with the knife, but Ellie loses her finger, one of her fingers, and it is a specific finger. It is one that she uses to play the guitar. And that happens, and Ellie is sitting there like just holding her hand, and I think it's at the exact same time or like right after, but like you get this flashback of her talking with Joel, and it's like at the end of this journey, like it really drives home why Ellie felt she needed to go on this journey and do all these things. Like it's the final nail in the coffin of like, we've gone through so much. Ellie needed to do all this because of what was robbed of her. But then it also drives home her decision to not kill Abby, right? Because she tells Joel, like, I don't know if I can forgive you, but I would like to try. And like her literal final memory of Joel is her saying, I promise, like, I would like to try and forgive you. But also throughout the game, like literally throughout the game, you find these guitars, and you pick up these guitars, and you're remembering Joel by playing these songs, right? She played last episode, played first couple words, Future Days, and that was, a song Joel played for her on her birthday. And it's just like, it's beautiful. And like throughout the game, that is literally all she has left of Joel is these guitars, and that he taught her to play and all these things. And then when she loses that finger, her literal last connection to Joel is gone, and she has nothing. And Dina and the kid have left. Tommy's not there. She's all alone. And then that's how they end the game. They end the game with Ellie having lost literally everything. And it's just like, bruh. like literally, it's all gone. It's all gone. And the last words she ever said to Joel were that, him being like, I would do it all again. I would do all these horrible things again if it meant these 5 years with you and potential years going beyond, even if you turn away from me. And now that is her last memory. And then the next day he dies, and it's like, bro, like it really just drives home the heartbreak of this game's story of like, what love can do to us, what love can do to us, and what love can take from us, and what hate can take from us. And it's a reason why people desperately want a third game, and they potentially might be working on a third game. There's hints with some things Neil Druckmann has said during last season on the podcast. I think it was either him or Ashley Johnson that said something where they mentioned a third game, but it was in a tone of not like, hey, if this happens, but like, I think it was Ashley Johnson. I think she said something of like, I forgot what her exact words were, but she mentioned something being in the third game or like bringing something to the third game. And she said it in a way that was like more concrete and like, this is happening versus, if you make a third game, it would be cool if this happened. It was like, it felt more concrete. And then, Craig Mazin saying they need to have at least 4 seasons to finish out the story of this game gives them extra time to come out with the third game so that you could potentially then carry the story of the show to its full conclusion. But then I think just recently, Neil Druckmann said that along with Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, they are also working on another game at the same time. And a lot of people are like, The Last of Us Part 3? Like, are you... please, cross my fingers. So that's very interesting. And yeah, people desperately want that third game. But, okay. Spoiler section ending now. Welcome back. We just talked for a wee couple of minutes about the end of this game and how the scene on the porch impacts the end of that game. Long story short, I vastly prefer its placement in the game, just because of how much more heartbreaking it makes that scene and the journey that Ellie goes on. But if I hadn't played the game at all, this would be amazing. It would be incredible. You know, seeing all these flashbacks in one episode, it really drives home the deterioration of Ellie and Joel's relationship, right? Because we see her on, what, 14th birthday, where he plays the song, plays Future Days for her. Happy birthday, Eli. Then 15th birthday, the freaking dinosaur in the museum, just incredible. Did they skip the 16th birthday? I think they skipped the 16th and went into 17th. Okay, 17th. Like all the daughter things happening at once, where she's fooling around with a girl and she's doing drugs and getting tattoos, and it's really like the pinnacle of like Joel is at that point where he's like, okay, he has reached the stage of like, this is my daughter. Like, and so he's getting mad at her for doing these things. Like, he literally says, all the daughter shit at once, eh? Like, it's just all happening at the same time. And like, subconsciously she's like, yeah, like, that's my dad. But also she lets him know, you know, when he's like, doing this in my house, she's like, you don't own this house, they gave it to you. And she says, you don't own anything. And her word anything is really a substitute for me. She's really saying, you don't own me. You don't get to be upset at me for kissing a girl or doing drugs or getting a tattoo. These are my decisions. I am my own person, and you are technically not my dad. Like, you don't own me. And it is really like a moment where he has to be like, okay, you're right. Like, because he is at this point like basically like, I'm your dad, but he also has to remember, I'm not actually your dad, and you are your own person, and you make your own choices, and you would have made your own choices in other areas, right? Specifically the hospital. Right? He made the choice for her to take her from there and rescue her, when in reality, if she was the one making that choice, she would have died. Like, she would have fallen on the sword. She would have done that willingly, and we all know it, and Joel knows it. Right? That's one thing that I talk about. I feel like I've said this a lot, but that's one thing we know for sure about Ellie's character, is she would have done that. And before, when I was saying it, it's like, okay, he's just saying that, like, at least for show-only viewers, you're like, okay, you're saying that, but like, what evidence do you have to back that up? And part of it is right here on the porch scene, when he says, making a cure would have killed you, and she says, then I would have died, and my death would have meant something. Like, that is core to Ellie, is that she wants her life and or death to mean something, with all her obsession with the moths and all these things. And she wrote in the little notebook, you have a greater purpose. That was Marlene's words from season 1, when she's asking her, like, why do you have me here? Like, what is going on? And she tells her, you have a greater purpose than anybody here, because you're immune and they can make a cure from you. And, you know, like, that, those are things that have stuck with Ellie this whole time. So, and, you know, she just carries that with her, and that's why you see their relationship deteriorate, is because these things are things she's thinking of more and more as time goes on. She's really allowing those thoughts to come to the forefront, and those doubts to come to the forefront. And she wants to move out, and Joel is like, okay, let me clean it up a bit first. Like, he's trying to be a better father than his father was. He's trying not to, you know, react the same way his dad would have, right? Because we get the early flashback, that's such a good scene of him talking to his dad, played by Tony Dalton, great actor. But in that scene, his dad is mad, and he probably would have beat on Tommy because Tommy was buying pot. He was doing drugs. And Joel chooses to lie for his brother, right? That's one thing that we know that Joel will do. He'll lie to people. Just like Ellie, he will lie if he thinks that a more positive outcome can come from that lie. And if he can protect someone else, he'll lie. And he's also had that kind of like protector mentality from long when he was a child. And his dad, like that scene was so interesting because his dad is kind of explaining to him like this cycle of parental abuse and the things that we carry from our parents to our children. And he tells him, like, when it's your turn, like, be a better father than I am. And Joel's trying to be a better father. And so instead of flying off the handle when Ellie's doing these things, he's like, okay, give me a couple days. Give me a couple days and I will fix up the garage and you can have your own space. Like, you're an adult now. You're 19, or at that point she was 17, but, you know, she's going to be an adult. And it's not the same type of situation where, like, in today's world, you'd be like, okay, this 18-year-old girl, she is probably going to maybe go off to college or go do something else. She's going to move out of her parents' house. Well, current day, you know, we got people 18 to 35 still living with their parents because buying a house is impossible. Buying a house is like basically impossible for anyone under 36 years old. And renting is arguably not financially smart. So we got a whole lot of people still currently living with their parents. But in an ideal world, I guess you could say, at 18, she might go to college. If she's not going to college, maybe she gets a job doing something and probably moves out and then eventually finds her own place. But given the fact that all of these people live in one town, it's not really a realistic thing that she's going to be moving to a different town and maybe visiting every once in a while. Like, there's not enough room for that. So she is either going to be staying in that same house with him or he's going to be renovating the garage. She can have her own space that way. And so he's trying to be a better father, and he's doing that. And it's working to an extent, but their relationship is still deteriorating. And we get Ellie practicing those questions. Like, she wants to ask him these questions. She's like, okay, how did this happen? How did that happen? How did we escape? What does this mean? Like, she wants to confront him about these things. And he takes her on patrol, and then we get the whole Eugene sequence where we finally understand why Catherine O'Hara, her character, hates Joel to an extent is because of the fact that, one, he killed her husband, but how he did it. He promised to bring him back, and then he lied and killed him anyway, and then lied to her, and she found out. But yeah, Eugene begging, being like, I got an hour. Like, I got an hour. Like, bring me back to the gate. Let me say goodbye to her. And Joel being like, no. Like, in his head, he's like, no, I'm not going to take that risk. Like, one, we got a whole town full of people back there. You know, once you turn in, like, if he turns at the gate, for instance, it could kill her, could kill the therapist. But also, once he turns, he has then that, like, hive mind connection with the rest of the infected. And that could quickly turn very bad. Or say he turns before they reach the gate and attacks Ellie and Ellie dies. Like, Joel's not, he's not going to take that risk at all. Like, his protector mentality is too much. And he's not even going to attempt to take that risk at all. And Ellie has the savior mentality of, like she also has it, but she also has the mentality of, like, greater good and compassion and empathy in a sense. So she's like, we can bring him back. Like, we can do it. Like, she has the greater good versus evil mentality to a certain point. She's like, this is right. Like, it is a right choice for us to bring him back and allow him to say goodbye. And Joel lets her know. He says, okay, I promise. And he looks at her, and he swears that he'll bring him back. And Ellie clocks that look, and then Joel kills him anyway. And that is all Ellie needed. She didn't need to ask him any of those questions, because she realizes in that moment that he lied back in the day, and he lied now. And then, yeah, I mean, that scene saying goodbye to Eugene was beautiful. That line of, like, if you love someone, you can always see their face. It's like, ugh, that's heartbreaking. It means he's always seeing Sarah, and his failure to protect her. That's like partly what drives every decision he makes. But yeah, then he lies to the therapist and says that he ended it himself. Part of it, he's protecting himself. He's like, I don't want her to hate me for killing him, right? But he also he throws in that white lie of, like, he didn't want to put you in danger. And Ellie is like, what the fuck? Like, she's so mad, and she outs him in that moment, not to comfort Gale at all, but she's literally just doing it to punish Joel. She's so mad. She's taking her anger out for the lie that he told her in that moment on him. And she hits him with the "you swore," because she's referencing the mountain when he says, I swear. And it's just like, oh, it's heartbreaking. And then they spend the next 9 months just strained. Their relationship's strained, and she hates him. And we see all the build up to the dance, and after the dance, and then we get that moment on the porch when she's just like, why? Like, and he's like, 'cause I love you. Like, and a lot of that is unverbalized in the game. Like, it's just looks. It's looks that he gives her, and it's stuff you kind of have to just put together in your head and kind of perceive and contextualize on your own. But given the fact that general TV audiences are stupid, like, some of the stuff you gotta actually verbalize. And so him being like, yeah, I love you, and you may not understand that right now, but someday, if you have a kid of your own, you will understand that it's a different type of love. It is different than the way that you love me. It is different from the way that you might love your spouse. Like, it is a wholly separate thing, and I would do it all again. And it's just like, oh my God, it's so heartbreaking. And I can imagine a lot of parents are going to watch that and fully understand Joel and be like, yeah, it is. It is. Like, a lot of parents, when that happened, were like, I would make the same choice. And that's what made the mom from the last episode so interesting, is because she kind of makes the opposite choice. You know, it's not exactly the same context and scenario, but, like, she makes the opposite choice to seal her son in. And you know, it's just, yeah, man, it's heartbreaking, because you know that based on that conversation, they could have had so much life to live. They could have had a lot of future days, and those were taken from them. And the lines on the song, if I ever were to lose you, I would surely lose myself, is like, that line right there can perfectly describe Ellie. The entirety of Ellie in this game is, if I ever were to lose you, I would surely lose myself. She loses Joel, and over the course of the game, she loses herself. And up until the point where she also loses Joel again. And it's just like, like, it's just, I just want to scream. It's so emotionally devastating and bittersweet and beautiful, and it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece of a second game, and it's honestly baffling to this day to see people, like, play that game and come away being like, that was ass. Like, you go on the internet and you just ask how people feel about the second game, and probably like 70% of people are gonna say masterpiece. Like, incredible story, one of the best games I've ever played. And then the other very, very vocal, you know, well, actually probably like another 10-20% of the people are gonna be like, it didn't quite hit with me. And then a very, very, very vocal 10-15% of them are going to be like, this is the worst fucking game I've ever played. You know, garbage storyline. I go through all that and then I don't get the conclusion I wanted. And it's just like, brother. Like, nobody got the conclusion they wanted. Like, not a single person felt good at the end of that game. But if you have empathy, you enjoyed it. If you didn't have empathy, you're like, woke trash, you know, I want to kill everybody, revenge. Like, but yeah, I don't know, man. This episode was incredible. Next episode is the season finale, and based on some of the shots that we saw in the finale, it's gonna be interesting. We ended this episode with Ellie going back to the theater. I don't want to spoil it, but like, obviously the game, you play the first 3 days of Seattle from Ellie's perspective, and then in the second half of the game you play those same 3 days from Abby's perspective. And I'm guessing they're going to hold true to that with season 3. A lot of season 3 being focused more on Abby than Ellie, which means that we're going to end next episode with, you know, we could have killed you. her saying we could have killed you, and then a couple bodies be dropping next episode. And I think I saw Ellie. It's very interesting. I think I saw Ellie on a boat, and I think she was heading towards the aquarium and possibly the wheel. I don't know. Like, there's a lot that could come in next episode. You know, it's hard to describe and predict, you know, what's gonna happen, because, you know, I know the exact story. Like, I know everything beat by beat, but they are structuring things differently, so it's like, I don't know exactly what's going to be included next episode and what won't, because there's probably stuff that I'm not expecting them to put in, and they will include it, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm excited though. It's gonna be a tense one, and a lot of people are gonna be mad. A lot of people are gonna be upset for sure. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Anyway, I think that's all I got this time. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm very curious to see how you guys feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.